Hello and welcome to Word from Your Mother. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get started. Oh, stop. I've just done that for days in a row now. Okay, it's the 3rd of July, and I got my eyelashes on, and one of them's sticking. So you're having trouble. You're bored. You're looking for something new. You're looking to get into some new projects. You've got several new projects. You got your hands in lots of pots. You're out there doing stuff. Maybe you're stretching yourself too thin. And we got 4-leaf clover, great good fortune, but if there's a time to stretch yourself thin, it's now. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. It's double now. Just a moment. Well, actually, I've got to. Sorry. I couldn't stand it. Okay. I guess you got a boob shot there, huh? Okay. All right. Well, sorry and okay. So you're doing a lot. Stretch thin, but your luck's going good. Everything's going good, so you're chugging right along. Maybe, but you're stretched thinner than you should be, and maybe you need to lighten up a little bit. But if there's a time to do it, if there's a time to take a risk, to be stretched thin right now is the best time you could hope for. Okay? Now we got tick-tock. There's a time for you to be stretched thin. So it's right now. Keep moving. Don't let something stop you. Ooh, okay. Clean it up. Yeah, you've been running on this good luck. You've been taking it for granted for a while. You need to do some maintenance. You need to actually reassess where you are. Maybe that's why you're on the edge, because you're not taking care of business and you're not aware that you're on the edge. Like you forgot to pay the phone bill or something, but you spent the money on something else. You've done something. And it's regeneration. You've put yourself out too far and you need to recoup. You need to build back up. That's what it is. You've stretched yourself too thin. Happy? You stretched yourself too thin trying to keep your family happy. Okay, because we've got the 10 of Cups and the Death card. Everything you've planned for has worked out, but you've stretched yourself too thin and you can't keep doing this. You've got to stop it. Growth always means leaving something behind. You are going to have to cut something out. Stretching yourself too thin. You knew it would come to this. You do. You know. You didn't want to see it, but you knew. I mean, you put, yeah, that's tomorrow. You just keep putting it off as it creeps up, and suddenly there's a problem. Anyway, you're going to have to tighten up. You're going to have to go on a budget. Acceptance, loving it's a big club and you ain't in it. Putting yourself on restriction. Self-discipline. Maintenance. Damage control. A budget. Nothing really bad. And it's time to learn how to be bored. You can't keep running out. You can't no more fast food every day. That stuff's bad for you anyway. Maybe you've been living beyond your means a little bit. I don't know what that was. Okay, so let's have a look at you now. Got to get on a budget. Got to tighten that belt. Got to learn how to say no to yourself. No to them too, which that's how you got in this hole, was keeping everybody else happy. Not saying no to them. You see, Death and the 10 of Pentacles. Running yourself into the ground to keep everybody else happy. But you've got to accept that you're living beyond your means. You're living beyond your budget. So are they. You've been caring for them in a way that you can't afford. Empathy. You just feel bad for them. You want them to have the best of everything, right? But it's really hard. You've had to really beat it to get it. You want it to be fair for everybody. That's why my mom was. Everybody should be talking about McDonald's. Either everybody gets it or nobody gets it. Oh, I hated to hear that because it was always nobody's getting it. Purpose. Follow your, because we couldn't afford it. We couldn't feed all those mouths. Follow your path. And Mom wouldn't sneak. Not with me, anyway. Purpose. Follow your path. And the Three of Cups. So you've overextended yourself keeping your family happy. You've overextended yourself keeping this functioning environment. You're just doing what you had to do to keep the relationship going. To everybody, to give and to take. And I guess you're struggling with it now because you had all your empathy for them and keeping it going. This is all you. So where's it coming back in? First the carrot, then the stick. But you got your hands in a lot of pots. You're doing a lot of things. Maybe you really wouldn't care if you just wasn't stretched so thin. It's about money. You don't have, either you don't have the funds or you don't have the time that you would like to devote to other things, because you're doing a lot of other things because you're bored. You're bored with this too. You're bored with that give. You're bored. Harmony, get on key. Well, you're a soprano. You know, you got everybody on key, and now you're bored. You want to do something else. You got everybody in line, and you've outgrown your project. You fixed it. There's nothing more to do here. Dun, 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 dun. You know, you're bored. You're ready to move on. They want to go with you, I think. And in the future, it says cooperation is better together, but you're not too sure about that, because better together really means you take care of them and nobody's really getting your back here, really, because you're done with it. You're ready to move on. Whatever, either they're not giving back because your purpose was to give, therefore theirs is to receive, and they probably see it like that. I mean, why not? You saw it as your purpose to give, their purpose is to receive. Now you've changed that. They want to keep it together because they want you to keep on giving. But you see here, you've already been wounded. See, it's already taken more out of you. You can't defend. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't continue to give that. Right? So cutting it off. There's a they want you to continue to give. You are going to stop. You see yourself as getting the big picture. You've got other things that you want to be doing with either your time or your money. Taking care of everything for everybody else has been a big burden. Here they are again. They don't want you to leave. Guess who you're doing for? This is who they are. They revealed themselves. Even after I already painted them in such a poor light. Because this is the truth, and Spirit wants you to know it. It's parasitic. And you do more than you should because you don't want to be alone. You're afraid that if you say no to them, that they'll leave you. You're their meal ticket. And maybe that's all you are to them. And you could feel it. Not if I do this. What is that? What is that? I don't know. Well, you've come too far to stop now. I didn't come this far to stop here. I came to finish the job. But not if I do this. You have an idea. You have to finish the job. You have an idea that may work after you accept that everything else does not work. Everything else has only made you really unhappy, right? So your job now, the first thing you have to do is to end something, and you may just be able to end it by simply to stop responding to it, stop giving to it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to stop. Okay, and then we move on. Okay, that's where you start with stopping. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm not talking about your hobbies. I'm not talking about the new things. I'm talking about the old thing that's draining you, that's not working. Accept that it's not working. Stop pouring into it, and it says boredom, time to sit and stay, and then you got the Queen of Wands, which is a very high maintenance, doing lots of stuff kind of person. So maybe what Spirit is saying is that instead of being all scattershot, I mean, you cut this off, right? So you regain either the time or the money, right? But instead of putting it into all these other scattershot things, it's time for you to work on you. To put your energy into you. Some personal enrichment, I think, which could be, and here you're just thinking too much. I think you need to do a little growing. You've restricted yourself to giving into your to like excessive pride, excessive ego, to be the other end of giving, to keep and hoard, and to replace that to fill that loneliness with a pair of $1,000 earrings, still way beyond your price, way beyond your ability, way beyond the lifestyle that you were actually able to afford. To swing wildly back and forth, to go from giving too much to them to giving too much to yourself. Oh, and you're confused about your feelings. You're just confused. And here again is also the scattershot, the giving too much. You just you give too much. And the root of giving too much is not having enough of yourself. That's the truth of it. That's where you want to start, with yourself. You want to free yourself a little bit. Things that you've, I don't know, have another look at yourself. Have another look at who you truly think you are. You're lucky. You're lucky. It's a good place to be doing this. Try to be aware of yourself, and be aware that you are going to have to go on a budget, and your maybe your inability to keep this budget is because you give too much, and that's a root of a lack of self-esteem. You come first. You pay yourself first. You don't give to others when you don't have. You come first. Empathy, you see and you hear too much. You've always taken care of them. You've always seen and felt. They've always laid their problems on your door. Because you've got a great big heart and you give to everybody. And maybe you're having a problem saying no. There's the world. You have a problem saying no to them. You never thought you'd be in this sort of situation. You thought it was your purpose was to take care of them. That's what you've done. That's how you flamed on. That's what made you happy. That was the thing that you did, and also the thing that hurt you. How long are you going to defend this post? You're the only one out there. Everybody that you defend has left you standing at the post, and everybody in the house has gone to town, and they left you behind, taking care of business, but never having any fun. You're a resource. You're just the help. You don't have a path. You've got a chore list. And it's taking you down. 4 swords. This taking care of of everybody and everything. You haven't gotten anything back from it. Trust your intuition. You're just doing. You're taking. You're giving. You're not getting. You don't know why. That's the confusion. 6 of Pentacles. With the 5 of Pentacles, it's because they're betraying you. It's because you're a resource. You care for them. They do not care for you. It is not returned. 9 of Pentacles. Death. It's over. You're not going to do this for him. He doesn't move for you. You give and give and give, and he does nothing. This knight isn't even moving. In some of the suits, he's not even on his horse. He does not do. But he's slow and steady. As long as it's his way or the highway, he won't do for you. You can't move him. It's a betrayal, okay? And then I'm going to take this one and see where I'm going. Okay, I'm going to the 4 of Cups. You got everybody on key, and they're like, I'm done, I'm out. See you later. That's the lesson. Game over. I have regrets. The lesson is I learned how not to do it again. I learned what not to do. In the Moon, and you're going to keep it to yourself. I wouldn't tell him either. I wouldn't tell anybody. Just be wiser. Move on. Every time you do try to talk right here, what comes of it? Confusion. No connection. There's no need to. What's there? You don't talk. No, that time has passed. You no longer blend your thoughts with theirs or your conversation. You've shut them out. Because you know they're hanging on in a parasitic way. You know you're going to have to, it's going to be hard. Because you give. You can't, you shut them out because they keep asking and you can't say no. And the only way to recover is to go no contact. Because you can't say no. 9 of Pentacles, you'll be happier once you do. And that's what you want. A boundary. You want a wall between you and them. It's a fucking nightmare. What a nightmare. What a fucking nightmare. Justice. You can't let this go on anymore. You've got to wake up from this nightmare. Let me get a different deck here. The star on the bottom. I did not shuffle this. I never do. I always forget. So, besides, I was doing other things. Show me how you're going to get rid of that 10 of Wands there, girl. Show me your imagination. Temperance for a long night. You've been planning this for a long time. This is not spontaneous. This is, ooh, you don't want the help. That help has been a big burden. You withdraw your help and let them carry their own burden. Because it's never ending. It's never going to end. Unless you ended it. Ace of Cups. You love them. There's a chicken trying to get in here. You love them. See, you can't say no. You can't not give. Imagine. You imagine yourself in a life without these burdens, this constant giving. What would you do? Well, you'd like to find out. You'd do a lot. There's a lot of stuff you could be doing. And you have the longing for that. Companionship through thick and thin. They want to go with you. They want you to stay. The lovers, that's what they see. They don't, you're not supposed to leave. You're not supposed to want to be single. 9 of Pentacles, they see it. You weren't going to leave me, would you? Why are you leaving me? You leaving me to be alone? The Lovers. They cannot see you without them. They cannot see themselves without you. But what really gets them is to realize that you can see yourself alone. I don't know where that went. So 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Page of Pentacles. See, they just want you to stay the page. They want you to stay in the relationship that you're not happy in as one down little stepping fetcher giving your all to them. They don't want you to grow. See, they wanted the relationship with the Page of Pentacles. They don't want the relationship with the 9 of Pentacles. You've changed. Only it said more like, you've changed. They didn't want to make you doubt yourself. They don't want you to see. They didn't want to see you. And you feel lonely. You're alone right there with them. It's them. And not if I do this, which is drop it like it's hot. Because you're the one that's been keeping this going. They expect you to, they want you to stay and keep doing it. You just upset the apple cart. You upset everything. Now we have chaos. Now we're too busy to be alone. Ooh, the Knight of Cups. I mean the Knight of Pentacles. You stop supporting him. Because he doesn't give back. And you feel lonely. It's over here. What a fucking nightmare. What a fucking nightmare. You got to get out of this nightmare. I got to wake up. Afraid to wake up. What if I wake up and it's still a nightmare? What if I wake up and in reality is worse than the nightmare? Afraid. Cognitive dissonance, endurance. I'm not dead yet. Got to do something. And acceptance is the next course. Acceptance, I mean, you've resisted it all the way. But you've learned a big lesson and you know how you're not going to do it. You know how not to do it now. You can change your course. You've learned something. You may not be done. You may not have won. But you're not out yet and you've learned something. About the Knight of Wands. Where have you been? What have you learned? In your endurance with the Knight of Pentacles. What have you learned about the Knight of Wands? You have regrets? This is what I did this for? What did I do this for? Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare. This has turned into being. This is a nightmare. I'll never do that again. 6 of Swords. Leaving. Leaving. How long will you defend this post? Everybody's gone to the fair. Leave it. You're going to abandon your post. You're going to abandon your job, abandon your role. If there was a good time to do it, now is the time. I mean, it's in the stars or whatever, some cosmic kind of luckiness, right? Which is also true. Something, I've been watching these AI horoscopes, and there's something for everybody happening about 3 o'clock this morning. Or tomorrow morning. In the morning. Early. To pick up a new, like New Year's resolutions, to pick up a new one, to make a sacrifice, to resolve to do better. To walk instead of talk in some aspect. And it would be gloriously magnified and really, really benefit you as life goes on. I don't know, some kind of a bargain. Some kind of a sacrifice that gives back. For your to pay it forward for your greatest good. Looks like the carrot and the stick. Alright. I'm not sure how I feel about this at all. I'd like to have an energy reading on the Knight of Wands. The King of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Give me an energy reading. On the Knight of Wands. How does the Knight of Wands feel about this right now? How does the Knight of Wands feel right now? The Hierophant. Feels like he's operating within his rights. Large and in charge. What he says goes, and he's leaving. Hasta la pasta. I'll see you later. I'll be happy without you. I'll find my happiness elsewhere. I'm called. Even though I have to be alone right now. He's thinking about what's really important to him. He needs to be alone to think about it. And he remembers he's thinking about the happiness that he didn't have in the past. And what real happiness is, and why he left, because it wasn't. Even though he did everything he was supposed to be doing. He had to leave to find his own happiness. He had to be alone and reassess the things that are important to him. And he had to get it clear in his head. Clear in his head. Had to make things make sense of it all. And now he resists everybody. He trusts no one. It's all fight, fight, fight. Nothing comes easy. Clarity eludes him. He can't make you happy. And he sees that you're happy without him. Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't see any of these. But I know that's it. Nope. Okay, I don't know if it's upside down or not. Too late now. He's trying to put up a wall of words, sarcasm, bluster. He wants to be left alone. It hurts him to see you happy. That's his lesson, is that you're happier without him, and that equals pain for him. His cup is empty for you. He doesn't have anything to offer anybody. He's going to give up. He's quit trying. He's got a lot of regrets. Maybe he has finally learned what he thinks about it and ready to move on from the shock of the paralyzation of when it happens, the trauma, right? He's coming out of being frozen. Ready to move on. And he's gonna, his heart is empty. He's got nothing for nobody. Cognitive dissonance, he's still thinking it's coming. It's hard for him to think. He's very confused. Probably depressed. And fight, 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 fight. A bunch of self-sabotage. He is still his biggest problem. He's his own enemy. And he's not listening to his gut. He is not listening to good advice that has been given to him. He chooses the hardship. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. Well, he's himself. He is the one that is truly large and in charge. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands had a face-off. And he outmaneuvered him. The Knight of Pentacles outmaneuvers the Knight of Wands. That's the Tower. He brings it into it. The King of Pentacles brings it into it. Because he's the one with the power. Doing it because it's what's best for everybody. It's the best thing for everybody. Even though he overextends himself as well, he feels bad about it. What else could he do? He is the man, after all. The man must man. That's what a man does. He runs around and mans. But he meets resistance in the form of the Knight of Wands. Okay, we've already been here. The King of Pentacles has no more time is not going to invest. I mean, it's no. We will not. He refuses to readdress it. What's done is done. He has no more empathy, no more compassion. He is not looking to engage this Knight of Wands ever again, really. King of Cups. He has other things that he wants to do. He's not looking that way. He's not looking that way. Not like that. He does feel about it. But it is what it is. That's what I was not saying, is that he has no more feel for this, because see, this is the King of Cups, and he does care about this ending with the Knight of Wands, but he's looking for other stuff, which is the Lovers, and that's the truth, and that's his star, and he's done with this situation the way it is, and restricted, but bound to it. He can't free himself. He would like to pursue his journey alone with his lover, you, but he cannot free himself from the Knight of Wands. I guess you can't either. But you love him. Oh, he's afraid it's over, because I flipped the Queen of Cups and Death. And maybe if you won't have if he won't have the Knight of Wands, then you won't have the Knight of Pentacles. It makes no sense unless you have eyes to see. I'm not making these cards up. I get them every day. Justice. What are you defending? What do you get out of it? What justice? Create a stress-free life is what I got in my pre-shuffle cut. Perform anonymous acts of kindness, optimize your health, and grasp the essence of infinity. I think you got other things to look to, and you need to let this go. Perhaps both of these go, because you need to be paying attention to yourself. Anonymously perform acts of kindness, expecting nothing in return, not even a thank you. The universal, all-creating spirit responds to acts of kindness with the response, how may I be kind to you? Well, I guess that's one way to do it. If you've got to give too much, at least go give it to someone who's not hurting you. Who's not just taking, just to take from you. I'll see you soon.